Ever felt a bronze giant's gaze from the shores of Rhodes? Let's explore the haunting whispers of the Colossus myth or reality on Tall Tales UK. A quick note: these tall tales are purely fictional fun with a bit of British cheek. Picture the Greek island of Rhodes basking in the Aegean sun, its turquoise waves lapping at Mandroki harbour like a lazy cat on a sunny afternoon. Into 80 BC, Rhodes was a bustling trade hub, its ports crammed with ships from Egypt to Asia Minor, a proper melting pot of the ancient Mediterranean. The Rhodians, a clever lot, fended off a year-long siege by Demetrius I of Macedon in 305 BC, and to celebrate, they built the Colossus, a 33-metre bronze statue of the sun god Helios, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Crafted by chairs of lindos, using bronze from melted-down siege weapons, the Colossus stood tall for just 54 years, until at a 26 BC earthquake snapped it at the knees, leaving its bits scattered like a giant's jigsaw puzzle for centuries. Some say it straddled the harbour, ships sailing between its legs, but historians reckon that's codswallop to wobbly, and it'd have blocked the harbour 4 years. More likely, it stood with legs together near the harbour entrance, a gleaming beacon of Rhodian grit, at Mandroki harbour, where deer statues now mark the Colossus's supposed spot. A ghostly figure still chisels under the sun's glow. Meet Chisel Karen, a spectral sculptor who vanished into 80 BC during the Colossus's unveiling. He tripped on a bronze shard and tumbled into the sea, his curse echoing as he sank. Karen was a wiry bloke, his tunic stained with bronze dust, his hammer swinging as he barked "Oi, ye lazy sods, polish that foot," to his crew. Their grumbles were drowned by the harbour's bustle, while merchants shouted fresh figs, straight from Egypt. That fateful day, inspecting the statue's toes, Karen muttered, "Blimey, Helios, you're a tallin'," when a shard slipped from the base, sending him splashing into the waves. His last words were a curse: "I'll haunt this harbour till me work's done." The crowd gasping, muttering poor Karen, done in by his own masterpiece. Now Karen's ghost haunts Mandroki, his hammer tapping with a ghostly clink, his voice a gravelly huff. "Where's me bronze, you pilfering its? If you leave a pebble on the harbour quay, tucked where tourists don't snap selfies, Karen might tap you a thank you, his hammer glinting in the sunlight. Don't nick his pebble, or he'll chase you round the harbour, your flip-flops flapping till you're knackered." On sunny days, his huff mixes with the waves lapping, a sculptor's echo that sends shivers down every sailor's spine, their boats trembling as they whisper Karen's at it again. In 1990, he tapped a tourist's phone into the sea, the poor lass shouting, "I just wanted a pic." A tale told over ouzo at the harbour cafe ever since. During a 2023 festival, a fisherman swore he saw a ghostly chisel, a story that's made every harbour visit a bit more thrilling. So if you're at Mandroki and hear a ghostly clink, leave a pebble for Chisel Karen, he's still chiselling, one spectral tap at a time. But Rhodes Harbour isn't the only spot with whispers. So let's head to a Rhodian breakwater, where a sailor guards the waves. Rhodes breakwaters, jutting into the Aegean, have guarded its ports since ancient times, their stones weathered by centuries of waves and wars. In the 4th century BC, the island allied with Ptolemy, the first of Egypt, against Antigonus I and his son Demetrius, their ships clashing off Rhodes' shores like a proper nautical punch-up. By 164 BC, Rhodes became a Roman territory, its harbours buzzing with galleys as merchants shouted silk from Syria, "Get your silk." The air thick with salt and haggling. On a breakwater near the fort of St. Nicholas, where the sea sparkles like a jewel, a spectral figure sails under the stars. Meet sailor Stavros, a ghostly mariner who vanished in 304 BC during the siege's end. He drowned in a storm, his curse rising with the waves. Stavros was a grizzled Rhodian, his beard salty, his tunic patched as he shouted, "Haul that sail, ye landlubbers." To his crew, their grunts were lost in the wind as they battled Demetrius's fleet, arrows whizzing like angry bees. That stormy night, as Ptolemy's ships arrived to save Rhodes, Stavros roared, "We've done it, lads," while steering his vessel, but a wave crashed over the deck, sweeping him into the sea. His last words were a curse. "I'll guard this breakwater forever." His crew muttering, "Poor Stavros," swallowed by the deep, as the storm raged on. Now Stavros' ghost haunts the breakwater, his oar splashing with a ghostly rhythm, his voice a salty growl. "Stay off me waves, ye scurvy dogs." If you leave a seashell on the breakwater, tucked where crabs don't pinch, Stavros might row beside you, he's all glinting in the moonlight. Don't splash his shell, or he'll drench you with a ghostly wave, leaving you soaked till you're shivering. On stormy nights, his growl mixes with the sea's roar, a sailor's echo that sends shivers down every fisherman's spine, their nets trembling as they whisper, "Stavros is out tonight." In 1985, he soaked a tourist, the poor bloke shouting, "I'm drenched, ye soggy git." A tale told over fish at the tavern ever since. In 2024, a captain swore he saw a ghostly boat during a gale, a story that's made every breakwater stroll a bit more daring. So if you're on the breakwater and hear a salty growl, leave a seashell for sailor Stavros, he's still sailing, one ghostly row at a time. Now let's head from sailors to seers in Rhodes Old Town, where an oracle whispers of the past. Rhodes Old Town, a maze of cobbled streets and medieval walls, has stood since the 4th century BC, its gates guarding secrets older than time. The Knights Hospitaller fortified it in the 14th century, their Grandmaster's palace looming like a stone giant, while merchants shouted spices from the east, "Get your spices." In the Street of the Knights, the air thick with history and roasting lamb. Into 26 BC, when the Colossus fell, the Oracle of Delphi warned the Rhodians not to rebuild, fearing Helios's wrath, a whisper that shaped the island's fate. In the Old Town, near the ancient Helios temple, where the Colossus might have stood, a ghostly voice speaks under the stars. Meet Oracle Ophelia, a spectral seer who vanished into 25 BC after her prophecy. She faded into the temple, her curse echoing through time. Ophelia was a wise Rhodian, her robes flowing like the sea, her eyes glowing as she chanted, "Helios speaks through me." To the priests, their nods were solemn as they whispered, "Ophelia sees the future." That fateful day after the earthquake, Ophelia warned, "Leave the Colossus be, or Helios will rage." But as she spoke, the temple trembled, and she faded into the stones, her last words a curse, "I'll whisper till you listen." The priests muttering, "Ophelia's gone to the gods." As the ground stilled, now Ophelia whispers in the Old Town, her voice a haunting chant, "Heed me warning, ye fools. If you leave a coin near the temple, tucked where tourists don't tread, Ophelia might chant a prophecy, her eyes glowing in the shadows. Don't ignore her words, or you'll hear her chant for a week, driving you balmy at the taverna. On quiet nights, her chant mixes with the town's hum, a seer's echo that sends shivers down every shopkeeper's spine, their shutters trembling as they whisper, "Ophelia speaks tonight." In 1998, she warned a tourist, the poor lass muttering, "I can't stop hearing her." A tale told over baklava at the cafe ever since. In 2025, a local swore he saw glowing eyes during a festival, a story that's made every Old Town stroll a bit more thrilling. So if you're in the Old Town and hear a haunting chant, leave a coin for Oracle Ophelia, she's still whispering, one ghostly prophecy at a time. Let's head from oracles to winged mischief at the Acropolis of Rhodes, where a raven soars with a secret. The Acropolis of Rhodes, perched on Monty Smith Hill, overlooks the island like a watchful eagle, its ruins dating to the 3rd century BC. Temples to Apollo and Athena once stood here, their stones echoing with ancient chants, while into 80 BC the Colossus might have gazed from nearby, its bronze gleaming like a second sun. During the 7th century, Arab forces melted down the Colossus's remains, carting them off on 900 camels, a final chapter for the wonder. On the Acropolis, near the Temple of Apollo, Where the sun bathes the stones, a bronze bird flies under the stars. Meet Raven Rex, a spectral bird who vanished in 654 AD during the Arab raid. He flew into a smelter, and his spirit awoke. Rex was a bronze raven, his wings glinting, his beak sharp as he perched on the Colossus, his calls echoing as he squawked, "Oi, keep your hands off me, statue." To the Rhodians, their laughs rang out as they muttered, "Rex, ye bronze git, you're part of the wonder." That fateful day, as the Arabs melted the Colossus, Rex flew into the smelter, his call fading as he melted, his last squawk a curse, "I'll haunt this hill forever." The Arabs muttering, "What was that bird?" as the bronze bubbled. Now Rex soars over the Acropolis, his wings shimmering, his voice a cheeky caw. "Got a shiny for me, mate?" If you leave a coin on the temple stones, tucked where lizards don't nick it, Rex might swoop down, his beak glinting in the sunlight. Don't nick his coin, or he'll peck your cap, leaving you red-faced till you're off the hill. On sunny days, his call mixes with the cicada's hum, a raven's echo that sends shivers down every hiker's spine, their water bottles trembling as they whisper Rex is about. In 2000, he pecked a tourist's cap, the poor chap shouting, "I'm not a thief, ye bronze git." A tale told over fraps at the cafe ever since. In 2025, a guide swore he saw a bronze bird during a sunset, a story that's made every Acropolis visit a bit more whimsical. So if you're at the Acropolis and hear a cheeky caw, leave a coin for Raven Rex, he's still flying, one spectral swoop at a time. As we leave Rhodes behind, the Colossus's whispers linger in the air. Myth or reality? What do you reckon? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Tall Tales UK for more whimsical stories and mythical adventures. Cheerio.